I got motherfucking robbed. So they got these things here in Portland where I've been staying where you can just sort of rent a bike on the street. I grabbed one of them and I was biking around and I was talking to my friend Mikey Winfield. What's up? Who's another comedian from NorCal. We were just talking about, trying to keep up our spirits during this, and he was sort of telling me that I gotta do more Zoom comedy shows. And then I sort of like, as I'm sort of biking, sort of meandering on the bike, just kind of cruising around, I see this sort of guy with his shirt off, sort of tailing me a little bit. Just sort of walking kind of alongside me. But I'm not really thinking, because I'm like, deep in thoughts about, am I really at the point now where I'm going to start doing fucking Zoom shows? And then all of a sudden this guy is just like darting, like I'm going this way. He darts at me, cutting me off. He's like, "Get my fucking bike! That's my fucking bike!" And just screaming at him, "Get my fucking..." He's just coming at me, and I'm still on the phone with Mikey. What's up? So he could hear what was happening. He's like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "I don't fucking know." He had his shirt off. He looked like he had some solid methamphetamines pumping through his system.
Way down yonder on the Chattahoochee.
Meth strength is real strength.
Way down yonder on the Chattahoochee.
You know how like sometimes you hear stories about like a mother who like her kid gets stuck under a car tire and she somehow like becomes the Incredible Hulk and the adrenaline lifts the car up. If you're on meth, that shit's just like, that's just a Tuesday.
Way down yonder on the Chattahoochee.
So I jump off the bike and I pick it up and I just throw it at him. I was like, "Dog, get the fuck away from me, dude." And I probably said dude. It probably said something really lame.
"Get off my plane."
And I threw it at him. And the guy's fucking like on the other side of it. And the whole time I hear Mikey like, are you making this up? Like, is this really happening?
What's that?
Like the whole time he's in my headphones, not thinking I'm really being, assaulted or robbed or whatever you want to call it. It's that kind of situation you kind of get in sometimes where you think you can win a fight with the person, but even if you win, you're going to get their blood on you, and so you're going to lose. He had that dirty look to him. Like even if I hit the guy, bam, all of a sudden his spit gets on my hand, and now I got fucking scurvy. I get him in a headlock, now I got the rickets. Like he just looked like he had some old timey fucking industrial revolution diseases. He looked like a man who had, come over on the Oregon Trail. He looked like a man who was probably going to die at some point from a snake bite. He just kind of sneers at me and grabs the bike, and I'm like, "Oh, okay. It's not my bike, so I'm not going to fight over it." So I sort of just walk across the street, and I just start walking, just like talking with Mike. I'm like, "This is fucking crazy. So I don't think this happened. I think I just got robbed." And I'm still wearing my stupid mushroom bike helmet. I have my fucking, bike sunglasses on. And then this guy on my bike just starts following me. He just starts following me while I'm speed walking away. So I'm just like, "Okay, this is scary." And he's just sort of like, he's coming after me. I'm just sort of speed walking. Things are, no, Bernie should have been elected and people would be better. And then he's just like biking at, and then I just told Mike, I'm like, "I think I'm gonna have to get in a fight. Like, I think I'm about to end up with tuberculosis after this." And then he's just walking, and then he just goes, and just sort of bikes off. Whew! Terrifying. And then I started thinking, well, all these bikes do look the same. They're rental bikes. They're all orange. So I was like, what if this dude is crazy and does think this is his bike? He must be living in perpetual confusion and hell because every one of these bikes looks the same. So he sees someone on his bike. He "Get the fuck off my bike." He gets his bike. And as he's riding his bike, he sees 16 other people riding by on his bike. Like he's on his bike, but so many people seem to have stolen his bike. Like that dude must be living in fucking hell. He's like, every time I think I have my bike, I see other people with my bike, and everyone wants my bike. And sign of the apocalypse coming, number 1. People are stealing fucking orange bicycles out there. What's up?